Jai Sri Ram, friends. Welcome to Bharat Marg. Welcome, Vinay. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it highly. Friends, today we are going to talk about a very, very serious issue. That is Trump, Elon Musk, Hindus. Okay, this is the subject of today. Winning America. Okay, how they are winning, a winning combination. Let's talk to Vinay about it. Okay, it's amazing, friends. Just get ready. And Elon Musk is giving out $1 million every day. We will talk about that and why the liberals or Democrats are very, very feisty, and they are saying, this is like a bribery towards voting, and many things are happening. Let's talk to Vinay about it. But before getting started, friends, please make sure to like the video, comment on the video, share the video with as many people as you can, and also press the notification bell and subscribe the channel if you didn't already. Okay, and also, friends, please make sure to know that we do a lot of services for free of charge. If you are interested, you can take advantage of it, and also make sure to subscribe the channel and share the video and support us by donating to us. Okay, you can donate us by going to bharatmarg.com and press the notification bell, press the donate now button, or you can go to contact us in WhatsApp and donate also. Okay, and Vinay, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Amazing things are happening. Some time back, just a couple of weeks back, the Democrats were very hyped up, and they were saying, oh, you know what, they just replaced Biden with Harris and Kamala. And Kamala, she didn't open the mouth. Then if she opens, she goes down. Everybody knows she had a 2% approval rating once upon a time. And now all of a sudden everything changed. It looks like Trump is winning. Trump, Elon Musk, Hindus, a winning combination. Go ahead, Vinay. Welcome again.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like the debate that I watched a few days ago between Kamala Harris and Trump, I was kind of a very interesting debate because Kamala Harris was made a fool of herself by dodging questions, and it looks like that one of her close friends was actually the CEO of the news media that was running the debate. And so the two people who were actually managing the debate and asking questions, or were the coordinators, they were actually every time when Trump said something, they were doing a fact finding, right? But whenever Kamala Harris said something, they did not do any of that. So it was very clear that there was the whole debate was pretty biased. Okay. And you could also see that she had memorized her dialogues, and she had come kind of unprepared, I should say, for the debate. Because when you memorize dialogues and when people ask counter questions, it kind of becomes a little. She was unable to retort to any of Trump's, questions or statements, right? But she had come prepared because all the questions that were directed to her had already been circulated to her previously, it looks like, because you're not allowed to do that in a debate, because debate is basically when both candidates are unaware of the questions and they have to come, they have to come prepared a lot more, because they have no clue about what these coordinators are going to be asking, right? So that's the
and recently in 60 minutes too, there was a goof up. They have edited her interview and they mimicked the voice, whatnot at all. The media is like the Indian minister said, VK Singh, General VK Singh said, they are prostitutes. There is no question about it. Okay. So, Vinay, how do you see this? Trump rising personality, and here is in the McDonald's making fries, and also in barber shop, and the best thing was there was a Hindu couple that was coming there in the driveway, when he was serving the thing, And they said, you know what, President Trump, we want you to be president. You are the best we can have. And Hindus realize, they see Canada, okay, they see Canada, how the liberal government is taking, creating, spoiling the relationship, and they see the deep state in. Deep state in America, how they are planning for a regime change in India, and Hindus don't want it. They say, you know what, we want Trump. How do you see this?
Well, it's a clear thing, because most of the Indian population, at least, I wouldn't say. I'll probably give you a cutoff. So 2020 is when Trump was president. Okay, he completed his term, and then Joe Biden came into power. Technically, he should have been elected as second term president, but he lost the elections and Joe Biden won the elections, and whatever, whether in it was a fixed election, rigged election, don't know. But America calls itself one of the biggest democracies and one of the the pillars of democracy. That's what they call themselves. And those things, they say that things don't happen. But we've been seeing how many assassination attempts have happened on the presidential candidate, and how the Florida deciding factor for the Trump and Biden elections kind of went in favor of Biden, although Trump was very confident that he would win Florida. But all that is in the past. But what I'm saying is, up until 2020, things were fine. But once the Democrats came, they brought in a lot of illegal immigrants. Okay. Now, up until 2020, the kind of people who lived in the U.S. I'm talking about Indian Hindus, or just in Indians in general. Okay, if we want to be particular about Indian Hindus, sure we can. But what I'm saying is, most of the Indians have been professionals in the United States. They've been doctors.
Let it be corrected. Let it be corrected, if you don't mind. Okay. Hindu population has the maximum income. Okay, their income in America is way over the average. Do you agree with me on that? I'm not talking about India. Let's face it. Many times people say, "Oh, sir, leading companies of Americas run by Indians." No, 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 no. They are run by Hindus. Let's be clarified. Okay, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
Yeah, I sure. Yeah, if you want to put it that way, but I'm kind of generalizing Hindus and Indians, because I know at least about 80 to 90 Muslims in India, in the United States of Indian origin. I know probably about 300 to 400 Indians of Christian origin who are doing extremely well. Okay, they are making six-figure salaries in India, in the United States, having come from India, and they're doing really well for themselves. They're either professors in universities, or many people that I know are professors in universities, and they are doctorates with PhDs, and they're working in pharmaceutical labs and stuff like that. So I don't want to generalize or the whole population, calling them all Hindus, because it's a mixed population. But sure, if you want to go with that perspective, fantastic, great. What I'm saying is, all these people have been professionals. Okay, but then the Democrats came into power, and guess what? The scum of the earth from India, whether the Khalistanis, the Muslim jihadists, and those kind of people started coming into the United States, whether legally, illegally, I'm not sure. And they had multitude of immigrants coming from Mexico, especially. So all these people have now pretty much destroyed the economy in the United States, and that is one of the main reasons why the Indian population, the original Indian population, I should say, if you want to include the which is a majority of them are Hindus, what they're pretty frustrated with the whole situation, and that's the reason they've decided that they're going to back Trump no matter what. They've seen the fiasco that Democrats have created in the United States. The economy has fell. The economy has fallen. Sorry, and the recession is at its peak, and job loss is at its peak. So these are things that they want Trump to fix.
Absolutely. Means, let me ask you this, Vinayji. Joe, the both U.S. liberal, Canadian liberals, as well as the Democrats, who are just nothing but liberals of U.S. Okay, their attempt to regime change in India and how that would have impacted the Hindu community. What do you think? Yeah, because being a Hindu nationalist party led by Modi there in India.
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
No, no. The regime change that was tried during the election era, by
Oh,
the
you mean in India?
yeah, by the Canadian liberals and the Biden and Harris, Biden Kamala administration.
Yeah.
What
See
kind of
that?
effect that will have, you think?
Yeah, that's not going to work. See, you see, what they think
No, no.
is
What is happening with the Hindus in America? Because Hindus are heavy donors
yeah.
for the political party. Okay, so how it is affecting them?
Now, first of all, I want to make it clear that the for the from the American perspective, it's a very wrong approach to look at India as a third world country that is like any of the other so-called democracies in the Eastern world. Okay, so like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and if I go a little far east, like Indonesia, Thailand, and so on and so forth, right? So they consider these countries as developing countries, third world countries, and they think that they can do regime changes like nobody, like left, right, and center. So they thought, in India as well it can happen, but what they didn't understand is, the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is a Hindu nationalist party, and also I mean, like they're not like the Pakistani parties or the Afghanistan parties or the Burmese parties, Myanmar, any of those political parties where, and even I would include Bangladesh, where the political parties are so biased to one particular religion. It's not like that. And the BJP's main slogan is "Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas, and Sabka Vishwas." Okay, so this means that everybody is in the loop, whether you're a Hindu, Muslim, you're an Indian at the end of the day. But the thing is, with the Bharatiya Janata Party, the support that Prime Minister Modi harnesses is huge. Like it's unimaginable. Okay, so it's impossible. If that government, Modi's government, was somehow defeated in the elections, the entire country would have gone on a rampage. I would probably say that. And the thing is, and this is what
And
Rahul
that
Gandhi, the opposition leader, said. Oh
yeah,
my, he said that I will go on a riot. My party members will go on a riot if we are not elected this term. But guess what happened? The BJP has the largest number of members for any political party in the world. Okay, and they've not stopped at that. They're continuing to bring in hundreds and thousands of members every day to their party. Okay,
and that is great, and so it will have a negative impact on the American Hindu Americans on the election towards Biden Harris administration. That's having the
absolutely,
impact.
because these people have seen the policies of Trump, and in those last 4 years, in the previous term, and they've seen the policies of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris together in this present term, and they have compared, and they see that there's a huge difference. They're,
Absolutely,
people who used to live really well, lavishly, in Indian Hindus, whatever you want to call them, right? So these people are now in pretty dire straits. Okay, they are
absolutely.
basically going to food banks and stuff like that.
And
People
naturally, the door break-in, car theft, these things have
exactly,
increased
because this is
drastically.
the crime rate has gone up, recession has gone up, job employment is a big problem there, and so many things.
Absolutely. Vinayji, now let's come to Trump, okay? He is doing this McDonald rounds and barber shop, and wherever he wants to go, he is going, and talking to people. And as far as my ground report is concerned, when I'm talking to the people, they are saying that he is able to connect to the audience. People are connecting with him. Whomever I talk to, they say, you know what? He is just like one of us guys. He's friendly, he's talking nice, he's playing with the children, etc. How do you see this versus what is the secret of his
That's a
poll?
good one actually. It's actually I've seen Kamala Harris interviews and all of that in the recent this election campaign that's going on, right? Every time I see her, she's wearing suit and tie, and she is kind of in a very controlled environment with a certain controlled audience, and these are all people who are her well wishers and party supporters and stuff like that, and these are the people who come for her interviews, and these are part of the audience actually, and so which means she doesn't have any rebels inside that audience. So they're all people who are supporting her party and stuff like that. So she basically cannot get intimidated or asked crazy questions by common people, right? And she's in a sophisticated, I should say, in a business environment. Whenever I've seen her in any interviews and any meetings or any of that.
She
However,
is
Trump is
she
kind of,
is in her cocoon of her own.
yeah, Trump is getting away from that. Trump is actually going to the ground level and actually meeting with people. Like the other day he was serving at McDonald's. He basically took off his jacket and he said, "You know what? I'm going to wear an apron." And then he started serving at the window, the drive-through window. And people were surprised, hey, Mr. Trump, and stuff like that, right? And that's kind of give him I mean, he might have met maybe 20 people or 100 people or whatever during that drive-through thing, whatever, when he was serving. But imagine the impact that it had, right? And he's going to the ground level, and that makes a huge impact, and that's why he's become extremely vulnerable for many of these people who are it's already been two assassination attempts on him, and that is crazy and ridiculous actually what's happening.
And how do you see Elon Musk and Trump ganging together or
Well,
banding
it's
together?
surprisingly, Elon Musk has been supporting Trump for the last few months, actually, and he's openly come in and supported him in his campaign. And funnily enough, just about a couple of days ago, I think about 3-4 days ago, Musk announced that whoever. So what is the the let me just yeah so basically he's saying that he's going to give away $1 million each day to someone who signs this online petition, and the online petition reads: the First and Second Amendments guarantee freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. By signing below, I am pledging my support for the First and Second Amendments. So anybody who signs this particular amendment, a petition, right, online petition, is automatically entered into a draw, and then obviously they draw at the end of the day or something like that, or the following day, and then the person who wins, who's a lucky winner, gets $1 million. And recently, a woman won at an event in Pittsburgh, and then the lucky recipient of Saturday's check was a man by name John Dreher. And so this is becoming a huge thing, and many of the Democrats are opposed to this, and they're basically saying this is like bribing people to vote for Trump, and because he's openly supported Trump. And so Pennsylvania's Democratic governor Josh Shapiro on Sunday called on law enforcement to investigate billionaire Elon Musk for his promise at a weekend pro-Trump rally to give away $1 million each day until election day.
Well, but he is not saying the people to go and vote. He says, "I don't care." In I was seeing in the one of the videos, he says, "I don't care who you vote for and what it is, but if you sign for this petition, you may win $1 million." What's wrong in that?
Yeah, but to add to that petition, the petition also offers $100 to each registered Pennsylvania voter who signs, and $100 for referring a registered Pennsylvania voter to sign. So
Wow,
yes, you're right. It has got nothing with the elections per se. It's basically a thing to support those First and Second Amendment.
wow. So, how do you find this? This is a deadly combination of or what? Elon Musk
Oh,
and
it's a huge thing, because you know what, Kamala Harris flaunts around, with the to the people, her support from Obama, her support from so on and so forth, Hillary Clinton, and many others. But what it is, end of the day, right? For Trump, he's a man of his word, actually, and he is actually stood by his principles. He said that, hey, listen, when I come in, I'm going to cut down illegal immigration, and which is what he did when he came in. But obviously, 4 years was not enough for him. He should have had a second term, but obviously that got derailed. And that's what we are hoping, actually. Once he comes into power, hopefully things will be set right, and things will be back. Make America great again. That's the slogan, right? And the good thing is, like, I'm just going to digress for one quick second. A lot of voters, whether it's Hindu voters, Muslim voters, Indian voters, whichever voters, who are sorry, the Muslim population, Indian population, Christian population, whatever population that lives in the US, that do not have voting rights yet. Maybe they came in illegally, maybe they came in legally as on work permits, maybe they came in legally on student visas and all of that. But all these people have that one final objective, to become a US citizen. Okay, they are the people who are afraid of Trump coming to power, because they think that once Trump comes to power, he's going to kick them all out. But what they need to understand is, if you have come in legally, right, and if you are working as on a work permit, or you're studying as a student, there are legal means to apply for a citizenship, or U.S. Naturalization, and that's through a due process, right? And those people, if they follow that process, they may or may not become. I've known people in the past who have waited for 15, 20 years to become U.S. citizens, right? So likewise, these people may have to wait. If they get a chance, they become U.S. citizen. If they don't, they don't. But they cannot say that they will be kicked out of the country just because Trump is going to come to power. Yes, he is going to.
there is only
Obviously,
one solution for it.
the illegal immigrants are going to be in trouble, but not the legal people who have come in.
There is only one solution for the fear of these people. You know, shut up, CNN and MSNBC, then you'll be all right. Okay.
Exactly. I want to
but,
I want
but
to say one last thing before we
eh,
finish about Vivek Ramaswamy, right? Vivek Ramaswamy is a staunch Hindu, and he's of Indian origin, and he follows Hinduism. And recently, on October 9th, he was at a public rally in Pennsylvania, and during the and at the Penn State Spark Building. This was where he was. And what happened was, sorry, on October 17th. This is just a 3, 4, 4, 5 days ago. All right. And one of the guys in the rally, actually, during the Q&A session, he questioned the Republican politicians' Hindu faith and how it fits into the United States. Okay, so the event attendee accused Ramaswamy of drawing comparisons between Hindu gods and Jesus Christ, and he held him accountable for not publicly declaring his Hindu identity throughout the lecture, until other men asked him about his faith. He also asserted that Ramaswamy's omission would have led the majority of people present in the rooms to think he was talking about the only true God, Jesus Christ. Okay. And he also went further to say that Hinduism is a pagan religion. Okay. And that's is a wicked pagan religion. That's what he called it. And you know what Vivek Ramaswamy said? Vivek Ramaswamy said, the guys, you know what? I've never been shy of my name. I've gone as Vivek Ramaswamy, and I've not converted or changed my name to Vix Ramsey, okay, or Vicky Ramsey. All right. So I believe in Hinduism. I'm a true Hindu. I have faith in Hinduism, and I'm not shy to be a Hindu. But at the same time, our differences are on the religious aspect or whatever. But that's something that we can discuss outside. But here, I'm here as a politician, as a representative of Republicans, and Republicans are open to every religion. So it doesn't matter whether I believe in Hinduism or Jesus Christ or whatever. You got to respect that.
And one last question, we will be done. Vinayji, the betting bazaar, okay, betting bazaar is at the odds of 70% winning for Trump versus 30% for Harris. How do you see it? The betting bazaar.
Betting bazaar is
the political betting. Who will become the winner? 70% odds says it will be Trump. And I was going through an article. It says betting is more precise than the polling.
Yeah, I mean, like they probably get a feel for the people's pulse, and they've known that what Kamala Harris keeps talking about is, if we come to power, we will do this. If we come to power, we can do this. We'll fix this. We'll fix that. But what did you do in the last 4 years? You were in power. You didn't do any of that. So what's the point of telling that you will come to power and you'll do all of this? So that's where she has failed.
Absolutely.
And people have understood that.
Thank you, Vinayji. Thank you for coming in and pouring your heart. Appreciate it highly. Friends, what do you think? Trump is winning. It's a good news or a bad news for India? Do you agree with Vinayji or not? Do comment and let us know. Friends, looking forward to seeing you again in the next video. Till then, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Krishna, Vinayji.
Thanks.